Let's talk about position registers and more specifically how to build out position register offsets in the TeachPendant program. I've got 3 examples here, actually just 2 examples. This is a repeat and manipulating different portions of the offset. This is a simple tool offset. They look similar or perform similar operations, but this one is completely different in that it's just an option at the end of a motion instruction. These are actually manipulations of data within the data portion of instructions. So let's build out an example. For this one right here, I'm going to build out line 2 in line 4. So let me go to create a point. Change this to a position register so it can be manipulated. Let's call this position register 3 like we did above. Come to the end of it, and we have the ability to do a choice here and add an option. If I go to the next page, you'll see these 2 tool offsets. One's a tool offset, one's a tool offset PR. The difference is this would be an option to add a direct offset measurement. So I could add 150 millimeters here and be done with it. This is add the offset that's in the value of this position register. And if you remember, we made the position register 4 equal a Z offset 150. Well, here's the offset. It's not a Y. This is not the best example. Real quick, on this gripper up here, we had to rotate it 90 degrees, which threw off the measurement that we do this offset in. So just pretend this is a normal offset and we do a Z value, but in our circumstances, we have to use the Y value. So in this case here, I'm going to put this PR value to that of the position register 4 that we're using for our offset, and we just built out that same exact value. Let's go back again, take a look at this option. If we go to choice and look at, if I made it just a tool offset of 150, I could have accomplished the same thing. The convenience of adding a position register offset with a position register offset, I can set that value to 150 now, but later, if I decided that's too big an offset, I really only needed 100 millimeters, I would just change the value here to 100, and it would change all the offsets, all the approach offsets that in my whole program. Everywhere where I've used this PRZ offset, I could change it globally with this one statement. So that's the benefit of a PR offset versus just a tool offset using a PR versus just using a tool offset. Okay, that said, let's go to position register IJ, a PRIJ offset. This is a unique animal and is not the most intuitive to build out. In this case, I don't go and build a motion instruction. I'm just manipulating a position register. In this case, I'm going to go to instruction, registers, and I'm going to use option 2 here, which says blank equals blank plus. And this is a generic, can be used for many things, but we'll build it out here and say, so long as select number 2, and here's where you see the PRIJ option available. It's kind of buried in here, it's kind of hidden. So I'm going to select option 3, and then my PRIJ is right here. This is the I, and this is the J. The I is the position register number itself, which in our case is going to be 6. Enter. The element, the J portion of it, in this case I want to manipulate the X, so I'm going to pick element 1. Enter. Now, you'd think you'd add a constant to it to add on to that IJ, but it has many options where I really have to specify what am I going to be doing with this X element. And what I'm going to be doing is adding it to itself. So I'm going to go to the next page, and pick the PRIJ again, buried 2 next pages over into the 3rd page, and pick PRIJ. And then I just repeat what I said before because I'm manipulating the same exact element. Oops. And now I'm going to add that constant to it. And this makes sense when you look at the operands. It's saying make the x element of PR6 equal to the x element of PR6 plus this constant, which in our case is going to be 152. I hope that makes sense. You might have to rewatch that a couple of times to understand it. And then down here, we're just going to rebuild line 10, PR6 second element, which is the Y element. Let's do it again. Let's go to instruction, registers. This second option here, PRIJ. Again, we're going to the 6 PR6 second element, the Y element. And then we're going to go next page, PRIJ, and 6 PR6, enter, second element, Y again, and add a constant to it. And in our case, we're actually going to change this operand here to a minus. See how I did that? And in this case, it's going to be 200 because we're incrementing 200 millimeters in the negative Y direction. From this position to this position, if I use my right hand rule, coming out this way is positive X. This direction is positive Y. We're going negative Y, which is this second element here, minus 200. Kabam. I hope that helps on how to build out PR offsets in the TeachBandit program to build the instructions. If not, contact me and let me know. Thank you.